We're kind of curious about this one. We're taking a cover of a classic. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're doing well, having a fantastic day out there. Let's dive into the new jazz orchestra we're going to listen to, which we've listened to Neil Ardley recently, and this is a band that he was involved in. I'm really curious to hear this one. Naima from Coltrane. We're going to listen to their cover of this absolute classic of a track that we're checking out. Off of this album from 1968, Le Déjeuner sur l'herbe. Ooh, I was trying to translate it on my own. It's not happening. it's not happening on this one. We have a lot of familiar names on here, though. But before we do it, let's do this properly and everything in its place. We're listening to this because this was suggested and sponsored by David. David, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. I appreciate that. Curious to see what they do with the track. Like I said, you have some familiar names besides Neil Ardley. You have Jack Bruce playing bass in this particular album. Ian Carr as well. Let's go ahead and dive in. Check it out. Discuss it a little bit after. There we go. Starts off right. Got it. I love how they capture the atmosphere, but grow it in just a different way. And it's cool how they keep the spirit intact, but give it a little bit extra. They did a brilliant job with the cover here. Like, fantastic. I love how they kept the soul, that kind of slow brewed, kind of blue tone, romantic feeling from the Coltrane original. And like they genuinely kept that like very much intact. And they gave it a different kind of breath, a different kind of life. And they didn't add something that takes away from all of the subtleties of the original. They didn't like flourish it or embellish it in some sort of like gaudy way. Like they just like kind of breathed a different sort of life into it. And like, you know, they're called the New Jazz Orchestra, and they do kind of add a little bit of an orchestral element to the music in a particular way. They just, you know, the original is beautiful. They just gave it like a necklace. They gave it a coat, a hairpin. Like they just did a little extra just to beautify it a little bit more. That was a really like faithful cover, but also a really interesting one. Is there a naked person in the album cover? But I was talking and looking at the Discogs page, and I couldn't help but see. I don't know. It looked kind of like skin toned. I was just like, what's going on there? And I think it's so cool, like that Jack Bruce is playing bass here. Man, is he playing with some sensitivity? Like he's playing much differently here than I've heard him in other places. A lot of sax, flutes, and clarinet and stuff here as well in the album. Dick Hextall Smith, Jim Phillip, trombone Derek Wadsworth, trumpet Derek Watson. Like there's a big horn section here. Barbara Thompson. But they blow so gently, like just a cool breeze. And I mean, you can't say that this is not at all faithful to the original. I'm pulling it up here really quick. See, like the original has a lot of isolation to it, a lot of space. Now, New Orchestra filled that space, but like I said, with a gentle breath. They just gave it a little bit more. Here. And I like how they brewed up to that big moment here. That explodes. But then they bring it back down from that. That's actually a really great example of a good cover that stays so faithful to the original, like incredibly faithful, but still, I wouldn't say goes out and treads on its own new path, but it's definitely wearing some new shoes down that same path. That's the way to put it. That's the way to put it. That was a really great listen. Fantastic one. I enjoyed that a lot. I was just looking at the Discogs page here a little bit more. David, thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you so much for the support as well. That was a nice listen from the band there. How long is this album? Can I tell you? Actually, you know what? While you're here, can I tell you what album I've been listening to a lot of? I don't have my Spotify app that I used to have on my phone. I got to re-download it ever since I got a new phone so it could like track my listens. If I can do it super quick, and I can just pull up the album and tell you, but I want to show you how often I've listened to this album. Literally in the past week. What was that Spotify app called? Stats FM. I don't know if I can log in so quick and connect it. It's downloading. It's at 100%. Even though it always says 100%, then it's still installing and it's not always correct. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. Do I have to log in? Log in with my Spotify. I don't remember my Spotify info. I don't remember any of that. Enter my 6-digit code. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it real quick. Watch this. I almost said it out loud. Okay. And agree. Let's see. Because I want to see how many plays I've had of this album. Can I not? Can I go to my homepage? I guess I'll do it this way. Okay. I'm going to show you this album that I've been listening to ad nauseum all week. And apparently it's a very popular album in Japan. I've been listening to this. Hiroshi Suzuki, Kat, can I tell you that this is like just a brilliant album? I was listening to a jazz playlist. I pulled up a Japanese jazz playlist earlier this week before I went on to a run. And one of the songs from here, I think it was Romance, came out on the playlist. And I like loved it. And so I listened through this album from back to front. Can I tell you, you want a jazz album? That is the album. I've been looking to buy the vinyls and I cannot find it anywhere at a price that's reasonable. But like I've had it actually. This is quickly becoming a favorite jazz album. Can I play you a few snippets of the album? My favorite is the final one, which is very soft. Oh, God. I'm going to skip a little bit, okay? It's just... And then it picks up. If you want an album, man, listen to this album. And there's the first track. I'm sorry, I don't want to detract, but I've literally listened to this album every day at least once. Honestly, sometimes twice and more. This one. Anyways, David, thank you so much for the recommendation. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Come back tomorrow. I will see you later. Bye.